It's still the same old story, a fight for love and glory, a case of do or die.
Welcome to MsMojo, and today we're counting down our picks for the top 10 romantic callbacks in movies.
I always make fun of it and stuff. But isn't everything we're doing in life a way to be loved a little more?
For this list, we'll be looking at every callback that made us sigh and swoon in our favourite romantic movies. Beware of highly romantic spoilers, and if we missed any of your favourites, let us know in the comments below. Number 10. You Think I'm Gorgeous. Miss Congeniality.
You think I'm gorgeous. You want to kiss me.
Come on, you know the words. This cute little ditty gets its origins from 2000's Miss Congeniality.
Why is New Jersey called Garden State?
Because it's too hard to fit oil and petrochemical refinery state on a license plate.
The film follows FBI special agent Gracie Hart as she goes undercover investigating a bomb threat at the Miss United States beauty pageant. The first time Gracie sings this song, she's teasing her partner and love interest Eric about her good looks and the makeover she received to compete. But the song comes back around in a great way at the end of the film when Eric and Gracie realise they have feelings for each other.
You think I'm gorgeous. You wanna date me, love me, and marry.
Gracie adds a "marry me" to the song's list of things Eric wants to do, and it couldn't be cuter. Number 9. I Don't Know, It's a Mystery. Shakespeare in Love. A line can have different connotations depending who says it. So is the case with 1998 Shakespeare in Love. Philip Helmslow, the owner of the Rose Theatre, says the line, "I don't know, it's a mystery," multiple times in the film.
So what do? Nothing. Strangely enough, it all turns out well. How? I don't know. It's a mystery.
Usually to great comedic effect, but when Viola says it to William Shakespeare, her star-crossed lover, at the end of the film, it takes on an entirely different, tragically romantic meaning. At this point in the story, Viola has been ordered by the Queen to sail to America with her new husband, ending her relationship with Will.
Go make your farewell and send her out. It's time to settle accounts.
Viola tells Will that all will end well, and when he asks her how, she repeats the line on the brink of tears.
But all ends well.
How does it?
I don't know. It's a mystery.
Number 8. Tic Tacs. Juno. Juno is chock full of funny references and one-liners that breeze by so fast you might miss them if you're not paying attention.
No. There it is. That little pink plus sign is so unholy.
That ain't no Etch-a-Sketch. This is one doodle that can't be undid, Holmes Gillett.
You'll probably remember this hilarious yet heartfelt callback. Early on, the film makes it clear that Paulie has a never-ending love for Tic Tacs. It initially comes off as a throwaway quality, just a little quirk of his, but after he and Juno fight about their relationship and her unplanned pregnancy, Juno comes up with a funny and unique way to apologise. Tic Tacs in the mail. She overflows Paulie's mailbox with Tic Tacs right before she tells him she loves him.
I think it's because my heart starts pounding every time I see you.
Mine too.
It's specific to them, and if you ask us, a pretty romantic move. Number 7. Vivaldi, Portrait of a Lady on Fire. Music is such a huge part of 2019's Portrait of a Lady on Fire and plays a huge role in this entry's callback. During their budding romance, Marianne learns that Eloise loves music despite only knowing the bleakness of choral music and having never heard an orchestra.
Entendre de la musique. L'orgue c'est beau, mais c'est la musique des morts. C'est la seule que je connaisse.
Marianne plays the summer section of Vivaldi's Four Seasons for her, and Eloise's eyes light up.
Raconte l'histoire d'un orage qui monte. Et des insectes qui le sentent.
Years later, after their affair has ended, Marianne sees Eloise one last time at an orchestra performance. The camera zooms in on Eloise's face as the orchestra begins to play the same Vivaldi song. overcome with emotion, Eloise begins to cry as she thinks of Marianne. It's heartbreaking and altogether incredibly romantic. Number 6, As You Wish, The Princess Bride.
Polish my horse's saddle. I want to see my face shining in it by morning.
As you wish.
Say As You Wish to a fan of The Princess Bride and they're sure to swoon right on the spot. The iconic phrase is important to the film right from the jump, but there's also a pretty hilariously romantic callback associated with the phrase about halfway through the film. While in disguise, Wesley finds Buttercup and rescues her from some kidnappers. Thinking Wesley is dead, Buttercup is engaged to another man, causing Wesley to think she had been unfaithful the whole time.
You should bless me for destroying him before he found out what you really are.
And what am I?
Faithfulness he talked of, madam, your enduring faithfulness.
He puts her through a series of tests before revealing his identity, enraging her so that she pushes him down a hill, at which point he lets out a rousing, "As you wish."
As you wish.
Oh, my sweet Wesley, what have I done?
Horrified, she does the logical thing, rolls down after him. Number 5, Small Intimacy, Before Trilogy. For this entry, you'll have to watch multiple movies. Richard Linklater's Before trilogy is the peak of romantic cinema and includes a small but poignant callback between the first and the second films. In 1995's Before Sunrise, Jesse and Celine meet on a trip to Vienna, where they decide to spend the day together.
No, I'm not impossible to touch. I have never wanted you so much.
During a conversation on a bus, Jessie moves to push Celine's hair back from her face, but thinks better of it and pulls back.
And then he officially asked me out on a date, and, I pretended I didn't like him.
In Before Sunrise, which picks up with the couple 9 years later, Celine moves to do the exact same thing during the moment of emotional vulnerability for Jessie.
And I know that there's something wrong, that I can't keep living like this, that there's got to be something more to love than commitment.
It's tiny, but a perfect symbol of the walls between the two. Number 4, So I Can Kiss You Anytime I Want? Sweet Home Alabama. Sweet Home Alabama asks the age-old question,
why would you want to marry me for anyhow?
Why would you want to marry me for anyhow? For Melanie and Jake, the answer is simple. At the beginning of the film, a young Melanie and Jake run through the sand during a storm, and Jake promises Melanie he will marry her. When she asks him why he wants to, he replies with gusto,
so I can kiss you anytime I want.
Years later, after multiple divorce attempts and an almost marriage to another man, Melanie finds herself back in that same patch of grass chasing after Jake. This time he poses the question to her, and she can't help but smile and answer the same way he did all those years ago.
So I can kiss you anytime I want.
Number 3, Slow Dancing, The Notebook. It makes sense that one of the most romantic songs in history would play a prominent role in our next entry.
In all the old familiar places.
In The Notebook, Noah and Allie have a first date that's a little stranger than most. Laying down in the middle of the street to watch the streetlights, it might not be normal, but Noah still finds a way to make it romantic, humming along to the tune of I'll Be Seeing You while he and Allie dance in the street.
You're a terrible singer.
Years later, when Allie is suffering from dementia, Noah tells her a story so she remembers. When she does, he turns on that song and the two dance together once again.
In all the old familiar places.
It may be short-lived, but it's a beautiful moment. Number 2, Here's Looking at You, Kid, Casablanca. We couldn't make a list about romantic callbacks in movies without including one of the most romantic movies in all of history, Casablanca. In this 1942 World War II classic, Rick is forced to make a choice: run off with Ilsa, his once lover from a pre-war tryst in Paris, or help her and her husband escape the Vichy France-controlled Casablanca so they can fight against the Germans.
I can't fight it anymore. I ran away from you once, I can't do it again.
The film includes a flashback of Rick and Ilsa's time in Paris, where he jokingly tells her, "Here's looking at you, kid," as they're falling in love.
Here's looking at you, kid.
That famous line comes back at the end of the movie when Rick makes the gallant choice to let Ilsa go, knowing she would regret leaving her husband behind.
Here's looking at you, kid. Before we continue, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. You have the option to be notified for occasional videos or all of them. If you're on your phone, make sure you go into your settings and switch on notifications.
Number 1. You Jump, I Jump, Titanic. Jack and Rose's story is one of the most romantic stories of all time, and includes the most romantic movie callback we could think of. When they first meet each other, Rose is considering taking her own life. Sure, it's her only option to get away from her terrible fiancé, Cal.
No, you won't.
What do you mean, no, I won't? Don't presume to tell me what I will and will not do. You don't know me.
Well, you would have done it already.
Jack stops her from going through with it, telling her that if she were to jump, it would only mean that he would jump in after her.
You jump, I jump, remember?
Later, when the famous ship is sinking, Rose makes her way on a lifeboat, only to climb back on board the Titanic to be together with Jack. When he asks her why she gave up the opportunity to save herself, she simply says,
You jump, I jump, right?
Do you agree with our picks? Check out this other recent clip from MsMojo and be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos.